Hey everyone. So I was watching Diecastrum's channel. I'm sure many of you guys subscribe to his channel as well. He's been around doing this for a while, and he tends to buy like everything that's new coming out. So he's a really great collector. He first lets Champion DJK actually open the boxes up for a preview, and then I guess Champion DJK ships him off to Diecastrum, and then he actually opens them up out of the package and shows you the model. So it's a really great thing those guys are doing for all of us because, we get to see what's coming out really early, and then we get to see the finished model from Diecastrum. Anyways, that's a long introduction, sorry, but I was watching his channel and I saw him show this car, and this car is so ugly that I like it. So I had to get it, and I saw it at a shop the other day and picked it up here. So this is from series number 10, the Hobby Shop series. Let's get this guy going. So it's the 1978 AMC Matador Barcelona trim package with some spare wheels and tires. But apparently it spans two generations of vehicles. The first generation was a mid-size vehicle, and then the second generation, which this is a full-size vehicle. So this full-size vehicle here, it first came out in 1974, and then 1978 was its last year, because in 1978 the sales dropped off by over 60%, and so AMC obviously dropped the whole line. So I gotta edit this in somewhere here. I pretty much ignored these wheels because I like the colored wheels more. I have no intention of swapping these wheels out, but I was thinking maybe some other people might be interested in doing that. But what's weird is the fact that the bottom of this thing is riveted together. So just looking at the wheels here, the axles are friction fit. There's a knurling, you gotta press them in there. But if you have a pressed together base, right, it's riveted, but the rear tire is sunken inside the fender, how are you gonna remove this thing? And then how are you gonna, even if you could remove this, how are you gonna put this tire, you could put it in one side, but you would never be able to get the other side on because this thing is taking up the axle. There would be a little bit of an axle sticking out on this side, and then how would you get this wheel inside the wheel well and then press it onto that axle? So it's weird that Greenlight would even offer this on something that doesn't have a screwed together base. Right? What do you guys think about that? I mean, where's the packaging? This packaging says 8+. I assume that means for 8-year-old children and up. Do you expect an 8-year-old child to take a drill and drill this apart, potentially breaking the drill bit and hurting themselves, poking their eye out? Or in my case, the drill bit breaks and it goes into my palm, and I'm a grown man and I hurt myself drilling these things apart before. So Greenlight, you gotta think this through a little bit better. Either this should say 18 and up, or really, I mean, just screw your bases together. Your quality control is quite hit or miss. I've seen so many of your products at the store with all sorts of like parts loose and missing. Well, not missing, they're just rattling around inside the blister pack. So it would be nice if you just screwed together all your bases, so even if there is a problem, someone can take the thing apart and fix it, right? But in this case, you're asking an 8-year-old child to try to swap out a tire that's recessed inside of a body. I just don't see it happening. I don't think it's gonna happen. I am grateful you gave us this because I have plenty of other models. Other models that probably have worse wheels than this, like Aoshima. And so maybe I'll save these for an Aoshima or possibly a TLV. Alright, well, anyways, I had to cut that in there because it just struck me as really odd. Please leave a comment what you guys think about that. So the Barcelona package is supposed to get you a vinyl roof. I don't know why that was a popular trend back in those days, a fake vinyl roof. Like everyone was pretending they had a convertible, but it wasn't a convertible and everyone knew it. It's just strange. Landau tops, I think they were called. And also, this Barcelona package was supposed to get you 15-inch wheels that color matched the paint job, which you can clearly see is like a light tan, and then the side is like a brown or goldish brown, possibly bronze. And then those wheels are supposed to match. So I think Greenlight did an alright job, but let's get a better light angle and take a closer look. You might be wondering why the crazy green. Well, the photograph is showing the real car on a lawn, so I have this little thing printed out. Why not use it every now and then? Alright, so looking at this two-tone paint job here, so it seems like Greenlight probably painted the whole thing this tan color, and then they printed on this graphic. Yeah, I can feel the texture of it. Smooth, not smooth. Smooth, not smooth. So I historically know that these can scratch off easily, because sometimes I'll see them scratched in the packaging itself. But I think I seem to have lucked out. This is relatively well printed. There's a little bit missing here in the door crevice there, but for the price of this model, I'm going to live with it. I'm not going to complain about that. It's also nice that the wheel centers are relatively centered. Like, this could have been totally off the mark, but it seems well done. And then the wheel itself has good molding to it. 5 lug nuts, a center cap. See these little perimeter recesses? I'm not sure if this is a hubcap or a steel wheel that's chromed on the real thing. Please leave a comment if you know. There's a little fuel filler door here. This turn signal, no, it's not, I don't know. I think it's just a reflector, but I almost feel like it's raised. I think it's actually raised. You can see it's just the reflection. So they raised the reflectors and then painted them, so that's really well done. These door handles, I'm just referring back to the picture, they're flush on the real car, and these don't stick out. They're a little bit recessed, if anything, so that's nicely done as well. And on this one, there's a little bump there, probably for like a key lock, so that's pretty cool. Looks like there's some silver paint there, yeah, on the casting going around for the chrome trim, so that looks really good. There's some printing on the side. Matador looks nice. I don't know what that red dot would be, red and silver dot. Maybe that's like the logo for the Barcelona package or something. The tires here, in this case, the white walls are painted relatively concentric. I've had some Greenlights where they're more oval than round, so that's good. A little silver paint down here as well, I didn't notice before. Going to the front, we got a nice separate chromed plastic bumper, so that looks good. The orange blinkers are painted on, looks alright. And unfortunately, the painted on white headlights are really, possessed looking. But, it's on a chrome piece of plastic, so if they did silver, maybe people would complain that there's not enough contrast from a chrome to silver. Or who knows, I'm not sure what decisions they made there, but it's just weird to see a white headlight. Okay, well anyways, the molding of this grille is nicely done. Pretty sharp lines, and then I don't know if there's a black paint wash in there, but it looks like, every now and then it looks like there are black rectangles in there. I think they did paint wash it. Yeah, I'm just looking at different angles. You can clearly see around the headlight is black. So they did run a paint wash in there to help bring out those details, which is nice. A lot of brands would just skip that. Okay, so this is such a weird looking car, how this nose sticks out so much further. This is what really sold me on the ugliness of this vehicle. It's like someone with a big nose, but in this case it's a car with a big nose. So I think it's kind of funky. But I do like the fact that there's no opening hood. So like from this angle, everything just looks consistent and nice to me. I don't see like a dark, panel gap. What is not so nice are these magically floating wiper blades. There's no arm connecting the blade to anything. Like you would think they'd mold in a silver bit, right? But no, those are just magical wiper blades. These are nicely done ribs here, rib details, pretty cool. This side here, yeah, I don't know, some sort of blemish of some sort of contaminant or something, or maybe it was like a air bubble before they printed on this. I don't know what this is, if this is like a physical graphic like a vinyl sticker or something, or a decal kind of thing, or if it's just paint. But anyways, a little bit splotchy, as you can tell. Now, unfortunately, on this side, you can see the color here. It is filling in the circle, but it's also filling in a little bit of the outer part there. This one's fine. So I was afraid this would happen on all four wheels. And unfortunately, on this one, there's not enough white for the tire, right? It's like a worn tire now, whereas this one looks still relatively new. So that's unfortunate. Okay, silver paint looks good there. Nice consistent lines there, little contaminants. Okay, are these painted? Yeah, the taillights are painted, but they're inside this recess and they look pretty good. For painted lights, it's pretty darn good. I'm happy with it. What else is going on there? There's like a little silver here around the license plate, and there's a little keyhole silver dot there. But there's a really fine double line going around this whole light assembly, so that's printed on. So that's pretty impressive. Separate chrome bumper looks good. There's a little silver trim printed on the body here. Like, I'm sure that's a chrome strip on the real car, but look how well it's done. It's not like wavy or anything like that. So good job there. Metal base, good tire treads. Unfortunately, it's riveted together. A lot of Greenlights, I think most of them are like that. So modifying it will be a little harder. Rolls pretty well. Decent enough detail down here. So I'm wondering here, is this all the same casting? It looks like it is. So that's just got to be solid metal up behind that thing. Maybe that's also why this is. It does feel quite heavy, if that matters for you guys. I always get questions, does it roll? You guys that ask those questions, is it just because you expect something with wheels to roll? Or are you actually taking these and putting them down Hot Wheels tracks? I mean, I know the weight of this thing would probably let it roll pretty well down those tracks, but the friction of the rubber tires will probably slow it down compared to a regular Hot Wheels. But also, it just seems like too nice of a car to be crashing on those tracks. I wouldn't want to crash this on a Hot Wheels track. Granted, it's not super expensive, but it is nice. I don't know, I'm just curious why everyone always asks that question. Okay, there's a badge here in the front I didn't notice before. I assume that's an AMC badge. Yeah, look at that, it's nicely printed. Very legible. That's pretty impressive, Greenlight. I mean, look at my dental pick. So that's a small print. A little bit missing there. Didn't even notice it before. Okay, well, I gotta say, technical production-wise, this is one of Greenlight's better jobs. I think it would be hard to print this line consistently, wrapping around. In my case, these taillights are printed really well. They're not like outside the recess. And then a lot of this side printing is well done. The little V printing here, you know, you can see a little gap between it. So everything's not 100% perfect, but for the price of a Greenlight, I think it's pretty darn good. And then for me, the big thing is it doesn't have an opening hood, so it looks good. Well, it just looks consistent. You know, that view looks consistent with that view. You know, all the panel gaps, so that's why I like it. And then I just like the fact that it's such an ugly vehicle. Look at. Does anyone find this to be an attractive car? Everyone has different tastes, so I'd be curious. Please leave a comment. All right, well, let's let this this thing take a little spin around on a grass coaster here. All right, well, yeah, I'm quite happy with this one. Oh, the interior, I didn't even talk about that. I was just so enamored by the technical prowess of the exterior printing. But it's nice to see a tan interior. White steering wheel, you know, some ribs on the seats. Of course, there's this distortion in the windows, you know, it's pretty hard to see the other side. It's so distorted, right? But it's not a resin model. What do you expect, right? Even TLVs have mirror windows this bad. You'll see the door panels have some molding on them too. Looks pretty nice. So it's a nice interior. I guess in my case, the only major shortcomings of this casting are the weird magical floating wiper blades. And I don't know why they chose to do that. They could have easily molded in arms connecting them. I'm sure they have on other models. And then maybe the white headlights, possibly silver would have been a better choice. I also see that I think they put white on the backlights as well. Maybe, well, I'm sure they know better than I do. Okay, well anyways, if you like, well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you like AMC cars, or if you like things called Matador, you might want to look up this model. It didn't come out too long ago, I don't think. So, scoop it up. Alright, I'll see you guys around. Thanks.